Welcome back to Home Reimagined. I'm Jacqueline. If you guys have not read Marie Kondo's book about decluttering your entire home and keeping your lifestyle tidy, it's definitely a must read. I will drop the link below. After just finishing it, I've decided that I'm going to KonMari my entire house. So we are going to start with the closet. I'm actually in a rental home for the summer while having some work done on our own home. So we're going to start in the closet here, but I won't be able to put everything away during this video particularly. It's just going to be the decluttering process. So make sure you stick around for the next part of this video. Let's dive on in. Okay, so I'm gonna start by collecting all the clothes in the house. Now, I'm in a rental house, so I don't have a ton of room. So I think what I need to do is this is all the clothes. I've already removed them from any other space in the house. So this is everything we have aside from stuff that is currently in the washing machine. So it should be coming out in a few minutes so we can actually put it on the bed and add. Marie Kondo recommends that you start with tops. So instead of taking everything out, which I know you're supposed to do, I don't actually have anywhere to work otherwise because of the space limitation. So I'm just gonna actually take out all the tops and we're gonna go through them like she recommends. When my husband and I first downsized just about a year and a half ago to under 400 square foot house, I was freaking out. If you don't know me very well, you may not know closets and clothes are one of my favorite things. I love getting dressed up. I love having stuff for different occasions. So this was definitely something that I think a lot of my friends and family were worried about with downsizing. But because of it, I found that I actually needed so much less than I really was wearing. And I found this to apply to every room in my house. So I have gone through majority of my stuff already, but this is just stuff where I'm feeling like I'm still overwhelmed, I'm still overcapacitated. I'd rather have less stuff, a little bit of space between the clothes, just make my life a little easier by having less choices and so many things that overwhelm me. So when we moved into the rental house, I just literally dumped everything in here. So it looks like an absolute chaos. And I figure before I bother organizing everything so I can find it for the summer, we are just going to go ahead and declutter it all. Okay, I've got everything out of the closet. This is all my tops and sweaters. So I'm going to go ahead and separate them out. One of my favorite quotes from the Marie Kondo book is, to truly cherish the things that are important to you, you must first discard those that have outlived their purpose. I really resonated with this one because in order to actually enjoy and see the things that you enjoy, you have to get rid of the things that no longer make you happy. Okay, so the next thing Marie Kondo says in her method is to go through the items, hold each one, and ask, does it spark joy? Now, I know there's a lot of confusion in this, especially online. A lot of people are like, this is so silly. Like, does it spark joy? The idea that she talks about in her book is not just about sparking joy. It's about keeping things that make you happy. So when you put it on, does it make you feel good? Do you enjoy wearing it? Does it bring back good moments in your life? It's not just holding something up and saying, does this spark joy? And then deciding yes or no. That's the premise of it. However, remember, there are pieces that can go into that, and there are things that you can think about that is more in depth. So we're going to talk a little bit about how they spark joy. I'm going to walk you through a couple of things because I thought this was a little difficult for me to comprehend. So I thought if I could talk it out loud, somebody else might also understand exactly what I'm talking about. So let's try a couple of them. So for example, I'm gonna hold this shirt up and say, does this spark joy? This shirt was given to me by my best friend at her wedding. So it definitely brings me joy and I really like the way it fits on me. It's very comfortable. My only concern is it's starting to wear and rip a little bit. So I'm not sure if that's something that I want to keep wearing. So if you're having a hard time discarding something, here are a few things that you can ask. You can think about, where did you get it and why? So I got this for my best friend for her wedding to wear, and why I got it was because I was a bridesmaid at her wedding. So this could even fall under a gift if you're worried about things like this. So this was a gift from somebody. The purpose of a gift is to be receiving it, is what Marie says. It's not necessarily that you have to use a gift because somebody gave it to you. The actual purpose of the gift is to receive it. It's to think that this person thought something about you and gave you something. So you could even qualify this as sentimental if you wanted to in your own case, but we're just going to keep it for what it is, but it's good something to think about. So since I didn't buy it, I'm going to kind of think of it more like that. The meaning was I received it as a gift for being a bridesmaid, as a thank you, and that was received. This was my thank you gift for participating in something that I loved being a part of. So perhaps it's no longer useful in my life. It's kind of worn out. It's not overly worn, but something that I'm not going to wear anymore. So I'm going to say thank you, and I'm going to give it away. For me, I'm somebody who has different kinds of tops, so I'm actually going to separate these out even further to make my life a little bit easier. Otherwise, I think for me, I'm going to have a hard time if I just see things and go, ooh, I don't know, that's my only pajama shirt. So I think if I could put all of them together, I'm going to have a much easier time deciding what I actually want to keep. Okay, so do I want to keep this? This is from college. Actually, my brother owned a t-shirt company, and so I got it from him, but Chase is a Kappa Sigma in college. He's a Kappa Sigma brother, and he lavaliered me into his fraternity, so we're technically both. So I really love this shirt because it brings back good memories for me. However, I think it's pretty worn out. It's overstretched. I feel like I have t-shirts that are more comfortable to be wearing. So I think for me, this is probably going to be something I'm going to need to donate. Okay, next. This is another one from college, Kappa Sigma Bid Day. Chase accidentally bought this in the wrong size, so I got to keep it. This is actually one of my favorite pajama shirts. It's really comfortable. I like wearing it around the house. So for me, I definitely want to keep this. This brings me a lot of joy and it makes me really comfortable when I don't feel like wearing something tight. Okay, so does this spark joy? This one, again, is also a really comfortable shirt, but I don't really like that it's a beer shirt. I just don't see myself. This doesn't really suit the lifestyle I picture for myself anymore. It doesn't really go with anything that I'm doing. I don't really relate to this shirt anymore, so I'm going to be getting it. Super clean. I received this as a PR gift, and I actually love this t-shirt. It's really comfortable. It's great for PJs, and I really liked walking Duke in it. I am going to keep that. And this is a nightgown pajama shirt. I don't know what we want to call it, but this one sparks joy for me because it's incredibly comfortable, and I really like it. I really like wearing it. It's super soft. It feels really nice on my skin, so I'm definitely going to keep that one. Okay, so I went from 6 pajama shirts to 3 right there. All the while, I am actually visualizing the lifestyle that I'm picturing for myself. So something that I really want is to have a more simplified life. I'd like to not just have less stuff. I want to live more simply. I want to wake up, put on an outfit that I'm comfortable in. I want to feel put together. I want to be happy about the clothes that I put on my body. And I want to do less laundry. And if I'm being perfectly honest, my number one concern is I want to take stress away from my husband. So I think this has a lot of weight for it. So since we do live in a tiny home that moves around, weight is really, really important in our life. So if I can get rid of anything that reduces weight, that's always a good thing. The second thing is I noticed that my husband's very stressed lately, and I think that he takes that from me, and I get pretty stressed by certain items in the house, too much stuff, overwhelming, too much laundry. We both share the duty of laundry, so I think if we could both reduce the excess laundry and we could just put things away a lot easier. He gets confused. He doesn't know where to put certain things of mine, and I fold them and blah, blah, blah. So I think that to me is the ultimate thing, is it will reduce his stress, which will also reduce my stress. You know, the shirt used to bring me a lot of joy, but this color for some reason just no longer does it for me. Thank you for keeping me comfortable. Okay, I reduced a bunch of my t-shirts down, so I'll set those off to the side. Now we're going to move on to our regular shirts. And as soon as I understood that quote, I was like, wow, that makes complete sense to me. Not everything's purpose is to be worn, or even its purpose was just to be worn one time. Maybe it's a special item. I have a dress in here, that the one that my husband proposed to me, and I never wore it again. I don't know why, but I loved it on that day. I love the pictures of it, but I never seem to find anything that I want to wear it to. So I've decided that the purpose of it was for that very special moment. It was to be engaged in, to enjoy all the gorgeous photos that we have that day. And now I can move on with that dress. It's just really not something I find myself wearing anymore. Okay, so I'm trying to decide this one. So I wear this shirt more often than I care to think, but it sometimes makes me really angry because it's very itchy. So I've washed it enough that it's not really itchy anymore, but it feels very worn and kind of bland. Since I'm having a hard time, I'm going to say, why did I buy it? Where did I buy it and when? I bought this at Walmart. I was actually just looking for something comfortable to be able to throw on that still looked put together when I was taking videos. And I think it served that purpose because now I've bought some pieces that I like a lot more and rather be videotaped or recorded in. And I just walked myself right through that one. Thank you for making me look professional and helping me decide that I really like striped long sleeve shirts. Okay, so that was just all my hanging shirts. I'm going to go ahead and start going through tank tops, workout clothes, and the like. Okay, I've finished going through all of my shirts, sweaters, and sweatshirts, and then we'll go through jackets separately. That's how Marie has it set up in her book, but those are after pants. I think I did pretty well. I ended up with a big pile on the floor to go and not that much stuff, which I feel like maybe I could even go back through them and decide if certain things don't. But like, I only have 3 tank tops, or 6 workout shirts. So I'm feeling pretty good about it. Now that I've gone through all my shirts, I'm going to go ahead and take out all of my bottoms next. So I'm just going to push all these probably into the cabinet for right now. Then I'll actually go through them and organize them. But I just think that would at least give me some room to work on here. I will only purchase what fits me. I think a lot of people hold things in their closet that they're like, I will fit into this one day. You can look ahead in the life that you want to live. And if there are a few things you want to keep, that's totally fine. Clothes are meant to fit you. You are not meant to fit the clothes. That is something I say all the time. It's okay that you're not that size right now. What matters is who you are as a person, and you should enjoy and feel good about yourself. Do not force that upon yourself. Okay, here are all my bottoms. So now I'm going to go through them by category. I've got like jeans over here, leggings, skirts and shorts, and athletic wear, sweatpants. I think another thing I'm going to ask myself, and not just as spark joy, but does this accumulate towards the goal that I want? The goal that I want, again, being I want to have a less stressful life. I want to make my life simpler, and I want to reduce weight in our house overall. I'm actually thinking I might even want to go back through my shirts one more time, just seeing if I still feel that way about everything. Because there were some that I could tell it was just like immediately, yes, love it. And now there's like teeter-tottered on for a minute. So I might go back and do that before I get to the pants. I'm going to start by going through some of the shorts and stuff. So I actually only buy one pair of jean shorts each year, and then I just retire the old pair because I pretty much just wear them to the ground. I want to keep these. I really like them. They're very comfortable, but I am getting close to that year mark and needing to buy a new pair. The objective of cleaning is not just to clean, but to feel happiness living within that environment. This is how I see my home when I clean, and I don't necessarily always think of tidying or decluttering to go in that category, so I thought this was kind of an interesting perspective. It's not necessarily just so that I see a clean room, actually so that I can enjoy the environment around me. I was debating about this skirt, so I do like this skirt, but when I bought it because my husband and I were going to Colorado for a trip and I needed something kind of fall-y and cute. And I really like this skirt, but I had a great time on that trip. I loved wearing it on the trip, but I have not once put it on my body since I left home from that trip. So I think this skirt is probably just time to go. Pants are all done. I wear jeans every day. That's pretty much what I wear. So I am keeping multiple jeans. That's just pretty much what I wear. So that makes sense to me. I only kept a couple leggings for working out, and I've got 2 more pair in the wash right now. Okay, the underwear. I went through socks, underwear, and bras and backed down to actually I had a lot of underwear from like middle school. I just bought a couple new packs, so I'm all set there. Okay, and I'm all done. Look at this. This is all my stuff. That's it. I can literally fit this all in like half of a closet inside our tiny home. And then just these 2 piles. So the rest is my husband's, which I will go through with him. And then this is the rest of my stuff. So bras, underwear, t-shirts, and shorts. And that's it. I'm all done. This is everything in my closet. That's it. So I ended up filling up 2 bags for my little tiny closet, and I am going to go back through it and see if there's anything else I can get rid of. Thank you so much for watching today, guys. I really hope you enjoyed seeing how to declutter your closet and how to make things work for you. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to Home Reimagined for more organization and cleaning content. Thanks for watching. See you next time.